what you think you want to manifest into your life might not be the thing that is in true alignment with your soul and what your essence actually want. Because you can attract your dream reality in two ways. One of them being that you try to think yourself to what you want and what you desire. But then you can only imagine as much as your limited self allows you to. And your limited self are dependent on the past and the structures of the mind, which has created this sense of self that is very limited. And the other way to attract is to connect with your true self, your essence. And the thing is that your desires might not be the same when you connect with your essence. The desires of your limited self cannot comprehend the richness and the limitlessness of your true desires. And the beautiful thing is that your true desires will naturally arise from within when you are aligned with your true self. Because the desires will show themselves to you instead of you trying to invent them. As long as you try to invent your desires through thinking about them, you're still operating from your limited self, and thereby they are not true in its essence to what your soul and you actually want. Instead, when you are in alignment with yourself, you create space for your natural desires to arise from within. So these desires will come in the form of having this intuitive sensation or feeling of that this is something that I truly desire, where you don't need to create any hype around it, because you will naturally become very hyped up in yourself, because it's true and you don't need to think about it. You just feel it and you just know it. That's when you know that you have found your authentic desires. And then when you are taking action from this state of being in alignment, you walk on the path into the unknown. So for me, for example, I had one of these things the last year when I attracted my beautiful partner in crime, which I love so much and that I live with right now in this apartment here. So a year ago, I started to feel like I was ready for a new relationship, and I started to really feel that it's on its way, but I don't know how and where or when. And then suddenly there was this Tantra festival nearby where I live, and I just had this amazing flow of energy in my body where I felt like, yes, this is really resonating. And I was so hyped up and so happy. And I felt like, yes, I really want to go there. And I didn't know that I would find her there. The only thing that I knew was that it resonated with me to go there. And I also held this intention that my partner, my one, is on its way. So I went to this festival, and one of the first person that I really noticed was her. And I could just instantly tell that we would have a beautiful connection on the festival. And I also instantly felt like I think I will meet someone here. I don't know who or when, but sometime during the festival. So with these intentions in mind that had just arise from within, I didn't try to find them or create them. They just arise within me. I just listened, and then I detached from the outcome. So instead of going around and trying to figure out how this would happen, I just held the intention high. And like I said, she was the first person I saw, and then I just dropped it. I just knew that we will have an encounter. And then 2 days later, on the dance floor, there she was. And she was like literally drawn to me. And I was just staring at her. And then we had a beautiful encounter. She ended up staying where I live here in Gothenburg in Sweden for a couple of days before she went home to Oslo in Norway. And now she's living with me here in Gothenburg, and we have created a beautiful, amazing, and rich life together. So what I want to say about this story and connect back to the different ways you can manifest and attract your dream life is that if you try to think yourself to like, I want this, I want that, or I'm ready for this, I'm ready for that, then you're just still coming from your mind and you're still controlling yourself and what is possible through this narrow lens that you are looking through. Instead of widening yourself up and aligning with your true essence, which is not mental based, it's being based. And you tap into this aligned version of you when you are present, when you allow space into your life, when you no longer identify yourself with your own thoughts, emotions, and things that you can touch and smell, and your body and everything that is changeable in this world has nothing to do with who you are. When you recognize this truth within yourself, you are at home in your own being. And when you have this spacious relationship to life, then you will hear the whispers a lot clearer. When suddenly something arises from within that is true, that is in resonance with your soul, and then you know that this is something to discover and to uncover through going out on that new path in your life, which is unknown. And the mind always wants you to stay where you are in this known territory, because then your mind and your ego feel safe. But this is a very limited way of living, where you will not really explore and uncover your true potential, because you are so caught up by your own self-made identity that is not true. And this limited identity, your limited self, is blocking you from experiencing abundance that you didn't even know existed, that you didn't even know that you wanted. It's when you like let it just drop, that you can come to realize that you, in your essence, when you are centered, when you are aligned with who you are, when you give space and room for that which wants to come forth through you to do so, you need to drop this mental identity. And this limited mental self needs to be recognized by you. As long as you are identified with it as you, you will not even see that you are playing and performing a very limited version of yourself in your life. First, you need to become aware of these limited thoughts that create this limited version of you, so that you can recognize it, take a step back from it, and then choose to drop it and naturally merge together with who you truly are. From your essence, everything that is true for your soul, all of your authentic desires that gets your soul on fire, will naturally flow through you, because you are allowing it. And when you are allowing it, you can start to act on it. And when you start to act on it, you will pave the way towards the dream reality that you are excited about, that you truly desire, that you want to experience during your time here on planet Earth. And it takes some introspection to let go of this limited self. First recognize it, then let go of it, so that you can align with who you are. And then to start to recognize the difference between attracting from your limited self and attracting from your true self. Which desires are made by your egoic mind, and which desires are actually true and authentic and will give you a lot of pleasure and beautiful experiences here in your lifetime. And this inner mastery starts with you choosing your inner journey rather than trying to control yourself throughout life. So this was the message for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.